Do do. Do do. Do 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 do. It's a shark. Pen. Shark pen. Pen shark. That could be a song too, isn't it? Today we're going to have a look at a very fascinating pen. This pen was sent to me by a viewer, for which I'm always very appreciative. Is that even English? I am always very appreciative when that happens. I always greatly appreciate it. And I will say it is kind of a fun pen. The Shark pen. Now, this specific pen is by a brand that I had never heard of. It is made in China. It is officially called the Shark's pen. And the brand, I'm probably going to butcher this, but it's Chren. C-H-R-E-N. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But it's right there, the Chren Shark's pen. Shark's. Yeah, Shark's pen. Interesting little pen, made in China, looks like a shark, and that's pretty much it. It's plastic, it has a Lamy style section and nib, also a Lamy style converter. And I have tried putting on a Lamy section, that doesn't fit. But I'm fairly sure you can put a Lamy nib on, because with a lot of these Chinese pens that have that section, it does work. May require a little bit of fiddling, but it really looks like that should fit. So you may be able to do that, but I haven't tried it, okay? So don't take my word for it, just get one and try them out. They will set you back 99 cents. So that's the thing. Now, one thing that I want to point out before I go into the parts of the pen, I have seen these on eBay. They are about 99 cents, some of them are 161, they're incredibly cheap, but the ones I saw all had a flat end here. This one is particularly nice, but I couldn't find it. I couldn't find this on eBay, this specific model. This one is particularly nice because it actually has a tail fin. The other ones just had a flat ending. They kind of, and the funny thing is, this almost looks like it's a separate part, which it's not. It's one piece of plastic, but the other one's kind of ended there. So they look like this, which is the flat end. So, confusion, multiple sharks in the sea, I suppose. I'm going to look at the parts of the pen. I'll do a writing sample. I'll tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it. Let's get swimming. Okay, so here we go with the Shark pen, and let's have a quick look at this pen next to a TWSBI Diamond 580. I'm going to take a quick sip of tea, people. Okay, so here you can see it's a pretty large pen. I have to say I find this a little bit of a desk pen sized pen. You know, it's very long, so I wonder if that was kind of what it was meant to be. Of course, sharks are fairly long, but this looks a little disproportionate to me for a shark. But then again, I'm not a sharkologist, so I'll just leave it at that. Parts of the pen. It is a shark, no doubt about it. You have its mouth. You even have some rudimentary teeth, which is kind of fun. This is a very sort of lime-colored pen. I think the camera makes it a little greener than it is. We have a dorsal fin, we have these I don't know, side fins, we even have gills, we have an eye on either side. I mean, it's pretty detailed, and I must say, for the shark lover in your life, this is obviously a must-have. Body, and then this final tail fin. There's a little groove there, which seems to serve no function. It uncaps. It's one of those pens that uncaps. It definitely needs a bit of force. A Lamy style section. Now let's just call it what it is. This is a Lamy section. It's been copied. That's just the way it is. Faceted. It has everything a Lamy All-Star section has, including the transparency. The feed looks exactly like a Lamy feed, and so does the nib. Exactly the same thing. So that has been copied, and I don't want any discussion about it. It's just a Lamy section. All right. Converter, Lamy style, even has the colors of a Lamy converter, has the flat facets there of a Lamy converter, so that was definitely inspired by Lamy. Now, having said that, here you have the pen. Lamy section, not for everyone. Some people love it, some people hate it. I find it pretty comfortable, to be honest. And it's a fairly long pen, which is nice. And just so you know, this is not really a posting pen. I mean, you can sort of put that head on there, but it's not necessarily super secure. So I would not consider this a posting pen for all you people who love posting. Now then, let's have a look at some writing. Let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. So here we have the, I'm going to say Chren again, Sharks pen. The nib is labeled F, so that's nice. And the ink is Monteverde California Teal. The nib, I will say, surprisingly smooth. Fast writing. I don't really see a lot of skipping. It's actually a pretty robust nib and feed system, and it really seems to work pretty well. Wetness, not a gusher, but it is a decently tuned nib. Line variation, not a whole lot. It's a really pretty stiff nib, and I was really pushing it hard here, but it's basically a pen that costs $1, so I'm not really worried. Reverse writing, it's possible, and you take it from a fine to an extra fine, and it doesn't really run dry, so that's really not bad. Okay, there you have it. Guys, let's talk about what I like about this pen and what I not like about it. Okay. Okay, what do I like? What do I not like about the I dropped it. Fortunately, it's not a fortune worth a pen. So, what do I like, what do I not like about this pen? Well, I don't have a whole lot to say about this pen. It's a simple pen. That's just the way it is. I like the fact that it's long. And it works. It's like a desk pen. It's very light. It's kind of neat. I think when I recorded my review of the Penwell, which is one of those universal pen stands, I used this, and it's kind of fun. I mean, you kind of lose the face of the shark, but it works as a desk pen, and it's comfortable. I also have the strong suspicion, I haven't tried it, but this looks like a solid barrel. I mean, it's hollow, but I mean, it's one piece of plastic. I am pretty sure, but I haven't tried it, that you can use an eyedropper to fill this up, and that would hold a significant amount of ink, because it's fairly thick plastic, but still, it goes all the way down. So there is some opportunity there. If you need a large ink capacity, you got it. I think it's possible. I don't want to go into Lamy sections and all that. It's a Lamy section, again. It's a one-on-one copy of a Lamy section. Some people love that, some people hate it. I'm not talking about the ethics of that, I'm talking about the comfort of it, the ergonomics. I don't mind it so much, I think it's rather comfortable. I think the most interesting thing about it is the nib, because if you can really switch this out for Lamy nibs, you could have quite a range of nibs on your shark, which might be interesting to some people. Things I don't like about it so much: it's a plastic pen, it's an inexpensive pen, it feels a little cheap. I mean, I can definitely see how if you're not careful, you put this in a bag, this tail fin could snap off. And that would be fun if this was eyedropper. But in any case, it's really not terrible. And I will say, it doesn't feel terribly made. It's pretty solid, and it's a shark. I mean, it has the head of a shark on it, and it's clearly recognizable as a shark. That's kind of neat. So I would say the bottom line for this pen is it's inexpensive. If you can find one, snap one up. It makes for a fun gift, and they're kind of fun to use. And it's comfortable. It writes well. I have seen pens that cost $1,000 that did not write as consistently as this one. So unfortunately, that's the fountain pen world for you. And this is what we have. So there you go. I hope this was useful. I thank the kind viewer who sent me that pen. I really appreciate it. And that's all there's to it. I will gladly see you later. See you later. Okay, I'll stop now. Bye.